Hello everyone, Voices here, and today I would like to go over the new best Hearthstone war decks after the darglare nerfs. So basically, darglare warlock is basically gone. It will just refresh 1 mana after every time you take damage. It's not going to be enough when you want to dump all the giants and all your cheap demons on board. By that time it's going to be too late, everybody will have removals. So the deck is basically gone. It's like Darkest Tower, it's just the combo is too late. So of course the meta will shift a lot. And I do believe that we'll have now a 2 decks dominant wild meta. Basically a little bit of going backward and let me go over why. Please like and subscribe the video. I see a lot of people watching the video but that are not subscribed. If you like this kind of content for both TFT and Hearthstone, consider subscribing. But here are the decks. So the best deck of the game is Reno Priest. Reno Priest is still super consistent. He can win versus everything. So it's the same win condition as before. Raza with Anduin, you can have the pocket to get it even earlier. You have all the removal tools that you need. This is all the other meta decks. Your win condition, this is the second best deck that we will discuss right after this, is going to be Lucha. But yeah, you're good. This is pretty much anything. Yeah, it's not a hard deck to pilot, but you definitely need some experience with it to be able to be consistent with it. But this is the best deck to bring to the ladder, and you should be able to get legend really quickly with this deck. The second best deck is Quest Mage. It is back, and it is back real strong because, well, there is not that much aggro deck around, and I can friend it much just because darglare is gone, so you don't have a consistent aggro deck that can beat it. So those 2 decks will be the top in the tier 1 decks. This is the fastest combo deck in the game. We will discuss another one a little bit later, but it's the same combo. You complete the quest with a bunch of spells. You can chip damage with the Flamewaker and finish off with your quest and 2/2 for giants, and that's it. The game should be over by turn 8 or 9 at the very last, and yeah, that is why you can win a lot versus Reno Priest with this deck if they do not Illusha your sorcerer and your bunch of spells. That is their way condition, basically to just dump really cheap spells that you have in hand and then to give you back a empty hand. So yeah, but overall, just because there's a lack of aggro decks because of the dominance of Reno Priest, this deck is back in tier 1. Really, really strong. Yeah, not much to say about it. Now we're gonna go over tier 2. So usually those decks are good against one of the tier 1 decks or somehow the meta breaker. And we're gonna start with the best aggro deck, which is Kingsbane Rogue. Some might say that this is considered tier 1. Potentially, I can see why it would be tier 1. At the bottom of tier 1, it's definitely the top of tier 2. Really, really strong, specifically just because, well, Secret Passage is broken. Now you can either draw even more cards with Guardian Class, but basically, really easy deck to play. You just dump all the pirates really quickly. Your Kingsman just goes face, and you just win really fast. Not much to say. You can draw your Kingsbane with Raiding Party or your Kali Shiny Finder. Yeah, not much to say. Really, really strong on ladder. The best aggro deck at the moment. Now I would like to discuss another combo decks that's been around for a while, and it's actually one of the best decks into Reno Priest, and that is Mariposas Druid. So this is the standard list. I didn't take away the Kafias just because I think having a 1 mana UI is really, really strong. It's the same deck as before, just have 2 Lightning Bloom. You just need to have Aviana, Coin, Kun, Maligos, Calfias, Sofra the Maligos, play the Maligos, and then play your UI, your swipes, your Moonfires, and you just win. You have 2 Juicy Sacrament to draw your combo pieces. You have a lot of ramp to get there faster. Pretty simple deck, hard to master for sure, but if you play against a lot of Reno Priest, this is the deck to go for. However, I have to say that this is struggling against aggro, so just be careful on what you're facing. Another deck that has been really consistent for me at least, and that's honestly underrated, is Old Warrior. Yeah, this is good against aggro decks, and it's also really good against Reno Priest and Quest Mage. So this deck by itself just counters all the top decks in the meta if played correctly. So I'm honestly surprised it's not played more. I have over 71% win rate with it. It's just really consistent, really, really strong. You out-armor the damage that Reno Priest is going to do anyway. You can mill the other combo decks with your Brain Bird and your Oracle for like Mariposas Druid, for example. That's an instant win right there. Yeah, not much to say. You can also out-armor the Quest Mage. So overall, really, really strong. You just lose to something like Jade Druid or maybe Dead Hand Warrior, but that's it. I haven't seen much of Jade Druids lately. There is some Dead Hands, but overall, this deck is super, super strong. If you have a lot of star bonus like 10 to 11, I really recommend this because the climb for me has been smooth. Just using this really, and yeah. Now I would like to talk about 2 honorable mentions that are good decks, but it's been a little hard and it depends on the high roll your hand that you get. First one is Big Shaman. Again, really, really good. If you can get your combo early, the best that you can have is Ancestral Call into Yashirash to put in maybe in the Colossus or Rocking Fountain, and that's usually an insta win if you can do that on turn 4, potentially turn 3 with the coin. Really good hero deck. And yeah, you just go big, you go face, and you win. Another one is Aggro Druid. Another great aggro deck. I do believe that Kingsbane is more consistent, but this is great overall. If you can get the insane turn 1 with Gigablin, Ambigin, and whatever else you can have, it is really, really, really strong. Yeah, this is a win or lose by turn 5 or 6. Basically, if it goes above that, your chances of winning are super small. But it's the same principle as in aggro decks. You just go face as much as you can. Yeah, not much to say about it. But that's it for this meta snapshot, I should say, for this new patch. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can find all the deck cards in my Discord. If you do have any questions, let me know in the comments or in my Discord. I will be answering as soon as possible. But I will see you on ladder.